bring you this speculation video tonight because it's been on my mind. I've been thinking about this a little bit lately, and given how Square Enix has positioned a lot of their releases, how they've staggered a lot of their big debuts, trailers, and the like, I really feel like deep in my bones we are due, not just due, but are going to get a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer within the next 6 to 8 weeks. Now hear me out on this, right? Yes, we just got the Ambition trailer for Final Fantasy 16. Yes, Square Enix has been dropping a ton of games. They've got Forspoken coming, I think it's January or February, one of the two. Final Fantasy 16 is coming next March? No, I mean next summer. Sorry, next summer. I don't know why I said next March. And they have some other mid-level releases and things happening between now and then. But I really am of a mind that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out, if not exactly a year away from Crisis Core Reunion, it's going to be right around a year. So, what better time than around the release of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I feel like there may be some kind of new Rebirth trailer tied into the release of Crisis Core. Not in the game, right? But Final Fantasy VII stuff's going to be at a fevered pitch. From a marketing standpoint, it would make a whole lot of sense. I think they're going to show us a few things. Now, to keep in mind, they are in full, keep you aware mode, like on their Twitter and all this other social media with Final Fantasy VII. They're talking about, developer diary things, going back, revisiting this chapter, revisiting that chapter with a couple of different people from the development team. They're sharing things all the time on their social media about Final Fantasy VII. If they wanted to, they could drop a trailer right now. If they wanted to, full stop, they could drop a trailer right now. They're not doing it because they're waiting for Crisis Core Reunion to come out. I think that's a great move. I really feel like deep in my bones, from a business perspective, I think it makes a whole lot of sense. I think you drop another trailer, you show a little bit more of the world, you show like some of those big open areas you can traverse, a little more story stuff, maybe show some combat, maybe show some characters we haven't seen yet. And we don't necessarily have to see Vincent and Cid, right? We could see Cloud and company interacting with Yuffie. We could get our first look at Genesis. We could see we could see Nibelheim, more of Nibelheim. We could see areas. We could see Mideel. We could see Gongaga. We could see a lot of different things. I think deep down, if I had to guess, I would say late December, early January, we get a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's my prediction. Could I be wrong on that? Absolutely. This is just speculation, but it makes a lot of sense. So I think and even it'd be cool if they package, like, sometimes a game has a trailer or something you can view in the extras or whatever. What if, when you finished Crisis Core Reunion, there was a new little trailer or something for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Companies have done it before. They've done that kind of thing before. I think they've got another trailer ready to go right now, locked and loaded. But what could we see? What could we see in a new trailer? That's the second part of this thing. What I think we're going to see is I think they're going to expound more upon the world. Really show us the world. Number one, first and foremost, we have a rough idea of what characters we're going to see in it. All you people saying Cid's not going to be in this game, take a hike. Take a hike. You're just grabbing. You're grabbing, being edgy. Oh, it's an edgy take. No, Cid's absolutely going to be in this game. That would be creative malpractice for him to not be in this game. He is a huge part of this story coming up into this area of the story. So, and especially if they're wrapping up in 3 games, yes, absolutely, Sid High wins in this game. So if you see somebody say he's not, take their opinion, throw it out the window, driving 70 miles an hour down the highway. Bam, out the window, gone. In the wind, gone. Anyway. It just unnerves me every time I hear somebody say Sid's not going to be in this game. But I think show us some of the cool stuff that's going to change. Like, obviously, I don't think you're going to fight Palmer to get the tiny Bronco anymore. You might, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Maybe show us the tiny Bronco. Show us the high wind flying through the sky. What's that going to look like? We don't have to see in depth on what those things look like, but give us a taste. Give us a little bitty taste. Show us the big areas. Show us Medill. Show us Temple of the Ancients. Show us the Forgotten Capital. Show us Icicle Inn. All these exciting areas that we're just dying to get to. Show us all, like, not all of it, you know, but show us those things. Show us the vehicles, and then show us some combat. Show us a little bit of combat, how it's going to work. I want to see how Yuffie's going to work with Cloud and Party and everybody else. Now, obviously, I don't think they're going to show us Vincent. But if I was going to show a character... Hell, you know what? Show us Sid and Vincent. Show us Sid and Vincent in the next trailer. Show us Genesis. Show us Sid and Vincent. Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and drop it on us. Show us what they look like. Or at least tease them. Let's hear the voice of Vincent. Maybe he's walking into frame. Or maybe they're, you know, in the Shinra mansion, like going through doors, and the whole time they're walking through the basement of the Shinra mansion, you hear Vincent's voice talking to them. That would be awesome. That would be fantastic. But all the build-up for Crisis Core Reunion has got me hype. I've been thinking about how they could tie this in. I think this would be a great way to tie it in, especially if Crisis Core Reunion has like an extra like cutscene at the end, or an extra bit of, you know, story. You know, even if it's something with Deep Ground taking Genesis, or if it's something with what's going on with Zack right now. Something, maybe a couple of little somethings, right? A couple little somethings would be great. But next Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer, I think we're 6 to 8 weeks away. I think it's going to coincide with the release of Final Fantasy or Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, and I think that's a brilliant marketing move from Square Enix. I'm really excited to see what they show us. I don't want another weird little teaser trailer, right? Which the weird little teaser trailer they gave us was great, but I want a little bit more than that next time, you know, especially if we're like just a year away from this thing, right? It seems like it's been forever since we finished Remake back in April of 2020. It's been forever, right? So I think we get this thing in December 2023, holiday season. I really feel strongly about that. If not before, maybe. It's impossible to speculate how far along they are on this game right now, but I am of an inclination to believe that they are almost done. And probably just getting ready to enter polishing mode, which polishing mode could take a while. It's a big game. It's going to have to be a big game. It's going to be a game filled with huge environments. Lots to tackle from the aspect of the scenario, which who knows where they're going with the scenario. We don't know. Are they gonna gear toward a Sephiroth redemption arc? A lot of you all want that. I don't want that. I think he's the villain. I think you water that down. Keep him the villain. He's a great villain. Don't water him down. Every villain doesn't need a redemption arc. Sometimes they're cool because they're bad, right? Sometimes they're just cool because they're bad. I think Sephiroth falls into that category. But anyway, that's a video for another time. Anyway, I think we get a new trailer soon, 6 to 8 weeks. I think we're getting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth released like right at a year after Crisis Core Reunion comes out. This just feels really well planned to me. I think Square Enix had a really good plan coming into this, and I think this is where we're heading. So post your comments, let me know what you all think about that. Also, if you feel so inclined, you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel, throw a like on the video, comment, become a YouTube member, become a Patreon member, all that kind of stuff. I revamped all that stuff So check it out. We've got exclusive videos dropping. First one drops tonight over on Patreon and here for YouTube members. So if you're not up on that, check that out. As always, y'all have a great night. Be safe, be good to each other, keep rocking, and I will see you all in the next video. I want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members and supporters. If you would like to support the future creation of content on this channel, get some few extra perks and some art sent to your door every month, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Details and links are in the video description.